Hi YouTube family, Lisa A. Romano here, the life coach, and today I want to talk about the 3 aspects of your mind. So let's get to it. What I want you to do is get a piece of paper and I want you to draw a circle on that paper. Then what I want you to do is draw a line from left to right to separate the circle. Okay? In that part of the lower half of the circle, I want you to write subconscious mind, ego, inner child, subconscious programming, childhood programming, wounds, fears, fear of not being enough, fear of making a mistake, fear of being alone. And also, I want you to write desires, secret wishes, secret dreams, fantasies, gifts, and talents. So that you understand that in that part of the circle, in the lower part of the circle in your subconscious mind, is this mishmash of good and bad, light and dark. Okay? So in the subconscious mind, we have our childhood dreams, like who were you, or who did you wish you could be when you were 3? Were you a rock star at 3? Were you a ballerina at 3? Were you a famous artist? Were you a concert pianist? What were you at 3? And so that all that stuff, all your innate talents is in the subconscious mind. But guess what? So is the childhood programming. You're not enough. Who do you think you are? Money doesn't grow on trees. You'll never be that. Stop wishing that. Why are you going to want that? You'll be disappointed, yada, yada, yada. So we have this tug of war that's happening in the subconscious mind. So just put all that stuff there. Now, I want you to, above this second line, I want you to draw another line from left to right. And in that part, so now your circle's cut into thirds. Now in the second part of that circle, I want you to put thinking, conscious mind, and I want you to write 5%. Now, in the first part, included in the lower part of the subconscious mind, we want to write the word feeling, okay? In addition to that, we want to write 95% because in the lower part of the mind is all your programming. That's 95% of you that's running the show. So in the second part of the circle, in the middle part of the circle, we're writing thinking and 5%. So this is the deal. In that aspect of the mind, in that part of the mind, you can think about the way you feel. So now all the feelings are coming from the subconscious plane. Everything that you wish secretly and never tell anybody. Everything that you want to do in your life that you'll never tell anybody. And also all your fears of being alone and fears of the unknown, fear of making a mistake, fear of what you look like, fear of not being able to be validated on the outside, thinking you need to be validated from the outside. All of that is also on the outside, is also on the subconscious mind. So now you're into the second part of the mind, which is the thinking mind. So now you understand what's going on. Now the third part of the mind, what I want you to do is write higher conscious self. That is connected to source, creator, your divinity. Now that is also what I want you to write the word. I want you to write the word knowing. That's your peaceful state. That's your blissful state. That's where you are connected to all that is, and you're completely integrated. That part of you accepts all the lower aspects of you, which is so cool. The problem that we have is that we kind of jump back and forth from the subconscious to the conscious, subconscious to the conscious, conscious to the subconscious, and we get stuck there. And so the goal to healing and becoming integrated is to be able to think outside the box and move into higher realms of consciousness. And the only way to do that is to spend time milking that conscious state. So what I want you to do with this diagram is I want you to the next time that you happen upon a situation in your mind where you feel really conflicted. Let's say, your mom wants you to take the baby over to her house, but dad's drinking. And you don't want to take your baby over to see dad and mom because it's an unpredictable environment. So what we have to understand is that we have to get you to break any patterns between you and the family of origin. You can't stay in the thinking realm. You've got to think outside the box. You've got to get to that knowing state. You have to use detachment to allow you to detach from the programming and the fears so that you can decide to pick a different action plan. So at that point, once you're in the thinking plane, you can say things to yourself like, I accept that I don't want to go to my mom's house. I accept that I'm uncomfortable. I accept that this is my child and I have a right to decide what he or she gets exposed to. So I'm going to say no. Dad usually gets drunk on Sunday afternoon, so I'm just going to tell my mom no. Okay, so now you tell mom no. Mom gets pissy. Well, what about dad? Well, what are you going to keep your child from us? You gently say, no, I'm not going to keep my child from you. It's just that I know that dad drinks on Sundays, and I don't want to expose the baby to that, but you're welcome to come to my place. Mom still gets pissy about that. Not your problem, dear one. Mom's anger is not your issue. Your issue and your obligation, your priority is your baby, not mom. So what we want to do now is help you come into alignment with knowing that you're doing the right thing. And so you milking that conscious state, and you looking down at the way you're thinking and about how, and pay attention to that your thinking is programmed. So you've been programmed to be afraid of telling mom the truth. You've been programmed to be afraid to rock the boat. So now what you want to do is you have to accept that that programming is there. You have to accept that there's some anxiety about rocking the boat. Just accept it. And then you know what? Don't stop there. Decide what you want to do about it. Remember, the third part of the mind is the action place. It's where you get to decide from a higher realm what you want to do to break this pattern. So if you're on the healing journey, you're accepting that mom's angry. You're accepting that you have some anxiety over mom being angry, but you're not going to stop there. You're not going to stay in the thinking realm. You're moving outside the box. You're moving into the higher realm of consciousness, and you're in the thinking and you're in the action place of the mind, and you're deciding what you want to do about it. You tell yourself, you know what? Not my issue that mom's upset. Sorry, she's upset. If dad would take accountability for his drinking and mom didn't enable him, I'd want to bring the baby there. But you know what? That's their stuff, not my stuff. I'm taking Junior to the park. So, and if mom wants to call me later and she wants to harass me, I'm going to set up a boundary. Say, mom, if you continue to harass me, I'm not going to talk to you, until you calm down. And so that is how you take control over your environment, dear one, and your experiences. So I hope understanding that there are three aspects to the mind. There's a subconscious mind where there is this war going on between good and evil, light and dark, wants versus what you've been programmed to believe about your wants. I am enough, where that's your innateness. You are enough to experience greatness, but then the programming is you're not enough. So you have this tug of war going on. The thinking part of the realm, the thinking part of your mind is going to react to what you're feeling. And so if you're feeling this anxiety, your thinking mind is going to react to this anxiety, and whatever you've been programmed by mom and dad to do is what you're going to do. That's going to be your default until you, dear one, begin to think outside the box. Think outside that box. Connect to higher states of awareness and begin to make decisions from that realm. Again, my name is Lisa A. Romano. I'm a life coach for adult children who have grown up feeling invisible by their parents and the powers that raise them, whether they're your parents or your aunts, your uncles, grandma, grandpa. It doesn't really matter. If you grew up feeling invisible, then the kind of stuff that I do, the work that I do, is definitely going to help you feel empowered and get over the things that have happened to you so you can no longer be stuck in the past. So I like to think of myself as someone who is literally fighting for your soul. I learned what I needed to do to fight for my soul because my soul was on its way out. I mean, I was really severely depressed and suicidal at points in my life. And I found ways to awaken my own soul. And now I'm integrated in mind, body, and soul. And I spend a lot of time in higher states of consciousness now. And I look to empower you, the individuals who are seeking this type of information. Again, you can check my stuff out at www.healingselfesteem.com as well as www.adultchildofalcoholic.lifecoach.com. And also check out my stuff at audible.com. It's available, my books are available for free download if you sign up with Audible for a free trial. I also have a blog talk radio, which I encourage you to listen to, and free downloads there. On my website, www.healingselfesteem.com, there are audio lessons that I encourage you to check out and to purchase and to download so that you can listen to these ideas over and over and over. My life is dedicated to your soul's recovery. I bow to the love and the light in you. Namaste. Bye, everybody.